Really quickly before the video starts, I would like to thank Killer Snoofy for kindly letting me use their footage in this video. I have put the links to their channels in the description and we'll talk more about them at the end. Thank you, and without further ado... To me, horror games have been on a downfall as of recent, with games like Five Nights at Freddy's popularizing mascot horror and entirely shifting the genre to be catered towards a more family-friendly audience, with games such as Poppy's Playtime and the ever-loved, ever-popular Gotten a Ban.
It's that time again, folks!
Have any food?
What is that?
Context. I was on a long drive with my dad in the car. I was scrolling through my recommended page on YouTube when I stumbled upon a video by Manly Badass Hero. He was playing a game which I had not seen before, with an art style very reminiscent of Inscription, with a funny little Mingus standing across from you. Being instantly captivated by the game, I turned it off and knew I had to play it myself. So the moment I got home, I instantly bought it and played all of it. That game in question was Buckshot Roulette. You wake up in a dirty, destroyed bathroom, the floor tiles missing, the glass in the mirrors removed. Empty pill bottles populate the room, and the muffled sound of music can be heard from outside. Pulling yourself together, you decide to go through the door. Suddenly, it dawns on you, and you remember why you even came here in the first place.
Please find a way through. One blank round, 2 blanks. I insert the shells in an unknown order.
Created by Mike Klubnika, the same guy who created Carbon Steel and Unsorted VHS, both of which can be found upon his itch.io page. Buckshot Roulette is the result of taking that one mission from Black Ops 1 and giving Woods a 12 gauge instead of a revolver. Feeling more reminiscent of the 21 DLC from Resident Evil 7, except in that game, you have J Station as your dealer.
What's poppin', guys? So today's my last day in town.
Ethan! Those are stupid bitch! She doesn't understand!
As the game progresses, you start to receive items, with later rounds allowing you to get even more. Those items in question being handcuffs, handsaw, pack of cigarettes, magnifying glass, and a can of... The magnifying glass lets you see the current shell that's in the chamber, letting you know whether or not you're running a blank or alive. The handsaw lets you mutilate your shotgun, letting the next action you take do double the damage. If you're chambering a blank, then your blank will do double nothing. Cigarettes allows you to trade the item for an additional life. Allows you to rack the current shot in the chamber. And finally, the most important item to me is the handcuffs, which allows you to render your opponent incapable of doing any actions for the next 2 moves. However, if you want to go for a higher score at the end, your best bet is to use as little of them as possible. Each of these items are finely crafted in a way to give you a set advantage throughout the game, making it feel even more reminiscent of the DLC from Resident Evil 7. In that game, you were given trump cards, which help you level the playing field between you and the AI, which increasingly gets more bullshit as it goes on. Since its release, this game has had a bit of a boom in popularity, becoming every streamer's favorite game right now. Funny enough, as this video was being written, and as the script was being done, Markiplier literally just uploaded a video. As I was writing the script, so that's all you really need to know when it comes to how big it is. And honestly, it's not hard to understand why. The gameplay is fast and tense the whole way through. One good example of this being the pause between any use of the shotgun, giving you just enough time to be taken off guard when the trigger is eventually pulled. And this works very well with the game's horror, being considered to be the only jump scare to me. It feels more like how in Five Nights at Freddy's every single jump scare was a result of you failing. In this game, the only way to cause the jump scares is to actually play the game. This all goes hand in hand with the game's use of audio. From every little sound, just perfect, and it does wonders for the game's tension, especially when partnered with the amazing soundtrack composed by Mike himself. It absolutely does a fantastic job of helping immerse yourself into the setting. With you being tucked away in a little room of a nightclub, the music always appears muffled when you're standing outside of the main room, with the only exception being the adrenaline rush that happens when you're defibbed back into reality after being shot. The music is so good that it now has a permanent spot on my SoundCloud playlist, of which can also be found in the description. Your opponent, the face that you play against the whole game, noted by Mike as a ruthless yet fair AI, feels like you're playing against another person with how smart he can be, as he will make decisions based off of what is currently happening on the table already, taking notice of shells shot so far and using the items to his advantage, and will actively attempt to combo you throughout the rounds if he has the items to do so. However, none of the moves that he does ever feels unfair. At no point did I ever feel like the game was cheating me, but he is absolutely no walk in the park. But there's also the visual details, like how before every single use of the shotgun, you are shaking, you are visibly scared. Everything about this game comes together into a nice and neat little package, and it's great to just play through again and again and again and again. Hours have gone by. Or at least it's felt that way. The game has been so tense that you've lost track of time a long time ago. With every click and shot, you feel like the next one will be your last. The game has gone for so long that you've forgotten why you even started to play this twisted game in the first place. Well, that is until... Buckshot Roulette is genuinely an amazing game. This is where I would continue to shower it with more praises. However, this is sadly where the game's content stops. Pause. In the time that I was editing this video, as I was just about to be finished, Mike has actually gone and updated the game, adding in the double or nothing update, which essentially functions as an endless mode. So that is one of my two wants for this game, like, done. I think that the one thing that this game does need now is an online mode. PvP is perfect for this game. Mike, please do it. I would love that. Your shit's perfect for you. Upload it onto Steam, you'll get so much more money. If Valve doesn't take all of it, that is. Once again, I would like to thank Killer Snoofy for providing me the footage for this review. I could not have done it without him. After I had wrote the script, my original idea was to get footage for this game, but sadly my OBS just didn't want to work with this game at all. So I asked Killer if I could use his footage, and he was kind enough to say yes. So for that, thank you greatly. Your link is in the description. He does no commentary gameplay like this one, and many others like it. Please do check him out. His link is in the description. And I would like to thank you for watching this video. And if you're here, why not like and subscribe? Join the Discord server that lets you know when I am live and when I upload, and it lets you communicate with other people who are interested in the stuff that this channel has to offer. And for then, thanks and goodbye.